JW over there.
Hey, buddy. Welcome.
Katie, she made it again.
Man, tell you what.
Katie.
She's always a
dedicated. Great crowd today. Thanks for coming out. Excited this week. We had such great feedback from the My New episode. I'm going to take a lot of pleasure in talking about this.
Listen, my wife and my family watched it and they loved it. And they gave a lot of props to Jason. Great job. Not saying they didn't take it to you, but they see you every week. Yeah, I mean, Jason was a great add-on, they thought. So, definitely good. And you got one coming up this week, right?
Yeah, I do. I got a special one for us.
So.
Big episode here today. But, before we get into that, we always like to get in our favorite segment.
Yeah, let's jump right into it.
The Weekly Update.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, this is another great week. We had a no DOT reportables, no lost time injuries, so starting really, really well. And then we had a big class, big class
Hey,
last
who is
week.
that guy when you watch the episode? I'm sure the audience goes, yeah.
That is, I know that. Who is that? Granite.
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
Yeah. He gets happy when you hear
I like that. I like that stuff. So, but so this week, big class. 6, like I said last week, big class. This week, big class. We have Glenn, Miles, and Cameron from Virginia. Then we have Derek from South Carolina, Richard from Ohio, and Barry from PA. So
thanks for everybody joining our team here.
It's something I haven't hit on in a while, though.
What's that?
Referral bonuses.
Ooh.
Anybody, a friend, family member,
cash,
some time off. Great, referral bonus program. Have them reach out to Tony or myself, and we'll get them all squared away and hooked up. So,
I guess. Oh well, I guess just to touch on something first, the calendar.
Oh, we gotta get the calendar. If anybody that doesn't know, there is a Watsontown trucking calendar.
No, it's Pat Logistics Group.
I'm sorry, I got a little greedy.
Excited.
It's Pat Logistics Group for the warehouse.
Let me see.
Who's on the front? Oh,
Kenny Brown.
Yeah,
great.
Big KB, big great smile.
KB, he's going to be excited here in the future. And you know why.
I do know why.
We won't.
We will.
We'll let that.
We'll wait till
he
cat out
sees
of the
it.
bag.
Yeah,
that'll be a good one.
But no, grab a calendar next time around. Last time I know.
Ken Hall stopped in, was looking for one.
Keith Becker from Arizona.
He wants one. Yeah,
so two of them actually. So we'll have them here when they get there. But the other thing is, I haven't touched on this in a while. It's with our weather right now, it just rains or it's cold and whatever it is.
It's not snow.
It's like spring, but it's in February.
Miserable spring. Is what it is.
Cold flu season coming around.
Oh yeah.
First Stop Health. It's a value benefit that we have here at the Pat Logistics Group. It's free, right? Yeah. To every member and the family. Basically what it says is, call into First Stop Health, and they can help you. They can diagnose you over the phone. Even in some cases, prescribe medicine. So take advantage of that versus going and sitting in a crowded.
Crowded
emergency room,
or
and the cost of emergency room.
What do they send you those walk-in clinics?
You sit there and
you sit there with everybody that's got like the sick ward. This way, if you have a little bit of a sniffle, you can maybe prevent it, and they can help you and guide you in the right way. But the benefits are endless with that. I mean, it just no matter what it is, you can always start there, save yourself some time.
That's right. So just take advantage of that. I know for anybody that's really used that, I've heard a lot of great things about. So that's it. Really, that's all I got. I know there's some great new photos here of the construction that's going on back.
That's really
cool. A lot of steel been put up, the roof's being put up. Next will be the roof, but everything for the structure has been the steel's up there. So really cool. Just see progress. I know there was a little construction here this week here.
Little traffic pattern we had to
Hoffman
redo.
didn't let us know in time. Well, maybe let me know.
I think somewhere the communication just slipped through the cracks.
He's new.
He's new, and then he let somebody
who's not new.
But then somebody didn't let somebody else know to let everybody else know.
There we go. The breakdown in communication.
We'll blame Hoffman.
Blame the guy.
But hey, we figured that out. It won't happen again.
Right.
Because now he just knows to email me. So we're, I mean, hey, but it went without no issues.
Yeah, good.
And so definitely it was overall a really great week.
Well, now that I'm just so excited because it's such a big guest to join me this week. When you think of big guests, you're tall, but
there's few people in my life that when I speak to them, I feel dwarfed.
Right. And he's recognizable. Everybody's knows Nick,
everybody
especially on
knows
the patent
him.
warehousing side. I've seen him walking around, and he's involved in so many different projects, and just a good guy. So,
Overall, great guy.
So I can't wait to this week again to. I just get so excited about my new episode. So here you go.
Let's do it.
Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Fireside Chat. Last week I had Jason Smith, but this week I got a special guest. And you couldn't get any taller than this guest that we have in our company. So, to the fans, Nick Giscola joins us here on set.
Thanks for
Fireside Chat. So, hey, Nick, first and foremost, let's get where you're from, and you went where you went to school, and some things. How did you get here? Let's talk about the journey from where it began and how you got here. That'd be interesting.
That's a good question. Grew up a mile north of this city,
Right.
Philadelphia.
Wait a minute, are you a Sixers fan?
Of course.
Okay.
Eagles,
We'll get back to that later.
Sixers,
Eagles,
Phillies,
Okay.
all Philly sports.
Okay.
Ended up going to college in Scranton.
Yeah.
Met my wife there.
Yes.
Um,
And then you went into, I think, teaching, right, for a little bit.
correct. I taught both in North Philadelphia, then in another school north of the city.
Right.
For kids from the city and suburbs who had some, struggles in school, we'll say.
Right.
And did that for about 5 years, and the opportunity came up with the warehousing growing, and got involved with the Hickory Farms project.
Mhm.
We were refurbing kiosks that go to malls,
Right.
different shopping centers. It involved woodworking, which is a hobby of mine, and kind of got into warehousing from there.
Yeah. So, I didn't introduce you your name, but, what's your position here you work for Patent Warehousing, right?
That's correct. The general manager, kind of helped to oversee the operations, help with staffing, overseeing safety, dealing with customers, working with them a lot, new projects, startups.
Obviously you've seen tremendous growth, but, what do you, what makes your job so enjoyable? The people, the interactions, I'm sure, but.
I get a good mix. I get to, interact with customers on a regular
Mhm.
basis and get to go to production facilities and see how the products that are in our warehouse are made. There's some really impressive automation out there.
Yeah.
It's really neat to see that and meet those people. And then really the people.
Yeah.
Seeing people grow within the company from day one to where they're at now, watching them evolve and things get smoother and better. And that really is just a collection of great individuals from this area and our surrounding states where we're located. And, we have a lot of good people that really make this thing run day in and day out, and getting to know them on a personal level and help them grow, and them helping me grow in return has been the most rewarding thing for me.
That's awesome. Really just shout out to our team members. But, speaking of team members, back in the day, obviously I mentioned that you're a little tall, but you enjoy basketball. But outside of work, we always talk about here, we work hard, but then we enjoy things outside of work. So obviously basketball was a passion, but now you're getting older, so I'm sure there's other passions that go on.
Yeah. Number one passion is my family, my kids. Love spending time with them, watching them grow. I would say I love woodworking.
Yeah.
I do a lot of, cabinets and desks and tables and chairs and things like that. Like to run.
Running.
Yeah, I recently got into running.
Yeah, that's right. You just compete in a
Yeah, in a marathon.
marathon. That's awesome.
Yeah, completed it. That was the goal.
That's all
the timing wasn't the best, but hey, I made it to the finish line, and that was.
Who's watching, right? Just as long as you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I guess we always talk about, we talk about the family here at Patent Logistics Group, Watsontown Trucking. You kind of get to being with Patent Warehousing, you also see the connection between Watsontown Trucking, and I go back to the people who make this all happen, and obviously you're encompassing a lot of faces here, a lot of personalities, and just a great team.
Right.
That's why I always look at it, and there is one thing I'm sure we do have members across all, and there's probably this debate that goes on between our facilities. But you hear the background. I'm sure you do here at the Fireside Chat.
I knew this question was coming.
But so just so the audience knows, there's an ongoing debate, and if you need Nick's number, you can get involved in this debate. We'll be sure to give it to you. But it goes on amongst a group of us here, and it's kind of fun. But we debate on who the greatest basketball player is of all time, and and you will argue that.
I will argue that Jordan is the greatest competitor of all time. His mentality is unmatched. But LeBron is the best all-around player.
So you heard it. LeBron James. Hey, I'm sure the audience is going nuts right now. Yeah, I just can't imagine that. But,
it's pretty much me versus the all.
Yeah, it really is. So it probably is.
I stand alone on this one.
Now, I will say this. You are a little bit of the younger generation. So maybe some of the people you're talking to are a little bit more sentimental to, what they grew up and saw. But, for me, I go for Bird, which I'm sure everybody's laughing at that too. So, hey, whatever. But, no, it is fun to have that debate. Hey, next time you see Nick, hey, just bring it up. See who your favorite is. I'm sure he'll enjoy. He loves to throw stats at you. He's a big numbers guy. So, but, for the Fireside Chat, we are honored that you came and joined us today.
You having me.
And so, if everybody hasn't seen your face or seen Nick, and so, well, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks.
Hey, that's two naturals in front of the camera.
Oh my goodness.
Well, next
both of them, I will say. I think Jason was going for a little bit of a teaching background in his course of his career in college, and Nick obviously
he was there for a little while
and actually
had some great things.
Profession early on. So naturals in front of the camera. They were shy at first, but then
they acted like
then they realized, with the
Well, I mean, they're not used to such a big audience, but we made them feel good about going into it.
But really cool to be a part, and glad Nick was able to join us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that way, in case somebody needed to put a face with a name, that was Nick.
There it is. It's Nick Jaskula.
There you go. So I know. You are a little bit jealous. I know you get a little bit jealous of, the stardom that I currently have going on with my episode, that you are anxious to get into your favorite.
We took a little sabbatical from that, and we're bringing it back. So I do have my my safety tip that we can bump into. But before we do that,
what's that?
Michael Jordan's a goat. My favorite segment. Here we go. All right, so I know it's been a little bit of a break here since my last safety tip. We had quite a few things going on, and I actually kind of remember going over this before, but fog seems to be something that is always present when our travels, and really has no bearing on the temperature or the time of year. It'll always be effective. So I just wanted to revisit fog and bring up the awarenesses so that way we can all prepare for it. So let's just talk about fog. Fog reduces vision. It also has an impact on distance perception. At times in cold enough weather, the moisture on the roads turn into ice and spots. So we definitely want to be careful with that, depending on the temperature, especially this time of year when it gets below freezing, and we get that moisture in the air because the temperatures are up and down like crazy. Pay special attention to bridges and overpasses, especially where some of the new concrete bridges have that metal interlocking for the expansion of the concrete. Definitely gets a little slick there when the moisture's on there. And, bridges obviously do freeze before roadways. So when you see those signs, take those signs very seriously and make sure that when you come across bridges such as that, you do take extra caution. With fog, just reduce your speed. The white line along the right side of the road is actually referred to as the fog line. Helps you guide your way down. So when you don't have much visibility, you're able to follow the fog line on the side of the road. So hopefully this helps, and everybody can stay safe with all the weather that we're getting out there. So we'll see you soon.
Oh, just another stellar.
That's a slam dunk. That's a slam dunk right there. But fog is a serious thing. It happens really all year round. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So it's just the way that the environment happens with the temperature change and the moisture and good stuff.
Well, hey, it's just we talked last week. Jason says about how he's driving a little bit more safely in his own personal vehicle.
Yeah.
And I jokingly said it's probably because of your safety test, but I really do believe that.
I think so, and I get a lot of. I mean, it's again, the comments and everything are not booming on YouTube, but that's okay. It's actually the verbal comments where the guys stop in and they see me and they say things to me or they ask about it. And actually, this week's class, when I was coming in Tuesday morning, a guy met me in the parking lot and he's like, "Hey, you're one of them Almost Famous guys."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." So it's kind of neat that they're watching before they even come aboard
Right.
and try and get a little atmosphere of what a little
Who we're about.
feeling what we are here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, again, another great
Just
episode.
another great
I can't
episode.
wait. I can't wait to the next week. Stay tuned. We got a lot of good things planned for 2023.
Yeah, and a lot of it's really. It feels like it's slow right now, and then everything's just going to take off at once.
Well,
I'm
and
excited
our
about it.
producers are excited. Our associate producer, they're all they're working together. They're each week are bringing us great content.
Absolutely.
And so we can't. We look forward to it. But without our sponsors, the Patent Logistics Group,
We couldn't do this.
The family
We couldn't
companies
bring
couldn't
you
do it.
guys this entertainment.
Yeah, right.
We couldn't take a break out of our busy
And
week.
I never, not every week I do this, but without our customers, really,
100%.
it's it all works together. The Patent Logistics Group family companies servicing these customers, but without them, trusting enough. And so, thank you, great shout out to them. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
I know we got a couple customers in the
Thank you
audience
for the
this week,
support.
right?
Yep.
And but yeah, thanks for everybody coming in every week too. One last thing, I would say live and legend. So until next week,
Oh man, be safe.
take care.